Hello, welcome to Dunner Girls Podcast. I'm your host, Justin. Today we have another comic book review for you today. We're reviewing Captain America White, which is written by Jeph Loeb and with art by Tim Sale. This book collects issues 1 through, I think it's like 1 through 6 of Captain America White. And this came out, I think, 2015. Let me double check. So that's like in the last issue. I think it did. Let me go check. 2015, yeah. So, but this hardcover I think came out 2016. That's usually how it goes. It goes for $30 US, 33 Canadian, pretty pricey, and it's rated teen plus. So, basically, Jeph Loeb and Tim Sale do these origin story books that will take a Marvel character and will just name it after a color. Like they have 3 previous books, just like this one. Spider-Man Blue, Daredevil Yellow, which I own, and Hulk Gray, and this is the 4th book. I don't know if they've done other books like this. So like, yeah, it starts off with basically the origin story of Captain America, where he meets Bucky, and Bucky finds out his secret and becomes the sidekick Bucky, right? Which his name is James Barnes. And this comic book reminded me a lot of the first Avenger, the Captain America movie, where you even have a scene very similar to to the wake up scene where he wakes up and pretty much runs from everybody. But in this scene, it's like the original Avengers that wake him up, where you got like Giant Man, Thor, Iron Man, and Wasp. No Hulk in this issue, and you got the regular 616 Nick Fury to give him the what was it called, the lay down or whatever, where he he explains everything. And in this book, besides from the origin story, you also get Captain America's early adventures with Nick Fury and his Howling Commandos. And there's even a mission where Captain America and Bucky with Nick Fury's Howling Commandos team up with a bunch of gypsy French resistance fighters who one of the gypsy French resistance fighters is a beautiful girl. So Cap's gonna kiss her at the end of the book, which Bucky has to coach him how to do that, because obviously Captain America, before he had the super soldier serum, was kind of a wimp, which they never show what Cap looked like pre steroids, pretty much. But yeah, you also have cameos by Neymar's in one scene in the book, which Neymar was part of the Invaders, which was a superhero team during World War II, where it was Captain America, Neymar, and the original Human Torch, which was an android, right? So I'm not gonna spoil why Neymar is in only one scene in the book, but yeah, he's literally in only one page, right? Other cameos, you have the Batroc, the Leaper, which is this French kickboxer character. I guess he's the grandfather of the modern day Leaper, right? Which is holy crap, man. I can't believe they had the Leaper guy who's all trained in Sabate, which is French kickboxing. Which is funny. I learned about like Sabate the other day while reading Kagen Omega, where like Akoya, who's like the karate guy, is fighting this like purgatory fighter called Nicholas Labanner, I think his name is, who also fights using Savate, but with a special gimmick, right? Yeah, so like half the book is basically Captain America with Nick Fury and Italian Commandos stopping the Baron von Strucker and the Red Skull from blowing up Paris, pretty much. And that was a cool story. So, like, overall, I enjoyed the book. You have some really cool Tim Sale art, which Tim Sale, not the greatest artist in the world, but, like, you know, what's cool about his art is it has this, like, it's stylistic, but it has this, like, old school, you know, feel to it, which I enjoy. But, like, the book does feel very modern, and because it was, like, written in 2015. Captain America gets in a fight with, Steve Rogers gets in a fight with Dum Dum Dugan because Dum Dum Dugan doesn't like the fact that Steve Rogers has blonde hair and blue eyes because he looks like one of the Master Racers. So, like, you know, Dum Dum Dugan starts a fight with Steve Rogers, and Steve Rogers immediately like throws him through a fucking window or like a door or something. That was actually a cool scene. But yeah, there's other like, you know, cringy stuff as well. The main book, the main story for this book or theme is that Captain America, it's like it takes place like a month after Captain America wakes up and he's retelling stories of him and Bucky and how like guilty he feels that like he brought like a teenager to war and how he like, you know, he feels responsible for Bucky's death, which Bucky in this book is like a combination of like sorry for the comparison, but of Tim Drake and Jason Todd, where he's like Tim Drake because he pretty much blackmails Captain America to be his sidekick, kind of like in like Death in the Family. Though like Tim Drake doesn't directly blackmail, but it's implied, right? And he's like Jason Todd because, you know, he's very headstrong. You know, he tries to take down Red Skull by himself, which is like, wow, dummy, and immediately gets, you know, gets captured. But, you know, he's pissed off that, you know, that he did that because Cap accidentally gave him a black eye because Bucky was spying on him with a girl, and Cap accidentally gives him a black eye and doxes his first name in front of everybody, and like Bucky hates his first name, James, which is like, what's the big deal, right? So I don't know. Overall, I enjoyed the book. When I read the introduction for this book, I was worried that it was going to be kind of SJW, because you have an introduction by Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, who are the screenwriters for the Captain America movies, which I enjoyed the Captain America movies, but they kind of, in the introduction, they kind of talk about how Captain America is a fascist because he lets Bucky join him going to war, and it's like, oh my god, dude. When I first read that, I was like, oh my god, is this gonna be like, you know, SJW cringe? And thank God it wasn't. Right? Thank God it wasn't. But my problem with the book is that it's kind of it's the thing where like it feels a little redundant, because if you're a fan of the movies and you kind of already know Captain America's like origin story, which it only goes briefly into that, you might find it a little boring, but like because like there's not a lot of action in this book, right? It's mostly like Captain America hanging out with Bucky and getting into like arguments with Nick Fury and his Howling Commandos, which at the end of the book, at the end of their first mission with Nick Fury and his Howling Commandos, they start to like each other, I guess. But overall, I thought it was nice to see like World War II story with Captain America, because I don't own any. This is the only Captain America trade that I own where like Captain America is in World War II. Because the only other Captain America books I have are like modern day, which is Captain America, Red Menace 1 and 2. I have The Death of Captain America, and this, which I'm going to pick up Ultimate Comics Captain America if it's still at my local comic book store. It was on sale for like $10. I was going to pick it up. It was the thing where like I didn't want to. I was already going to pick up Ultimate Iron Man versus Hulk, so it was like I don't want to pick up 2 Ultimate books in a comic book haul video. Right. So yeah, so if I were to give this book a rating, I would say it's about like a 6.5 out of 10. It's a bit pricey for what you get, but if you're a Captain America fan, I would say it's worth checking out. So my next comic book review is going to be Shadowman Volume 1 Birth Rites by what's his name? Justin Jordan and Patrick Searcher did the art, which Patrick Searcher wrote the Space Raiders book that we reviewed. So so far I read I'm in the middle of the first issue. It looks pretty cool, pretty ultra violent. It has like a mix of like Spawn meets like what was that video game series? Alone in the Dark. Yeah, it has this like Spawn meets Alone in the Dark feel to it. So pretty cool so far. Yeah. Also, I found good news. I was going through my back issues. Though I'm missing some stuff, unfortunately. I'm missing some stuff, which is annoying. But yeah, I'm going to review some of my Rick Remender Venom books. Though I'm missing one of the issues from the Rick Remender run. I'm missing like issue 17. But I can review the first 16 issues. And issue 13 was actually 4 books for some reason. They put them out as issue 1, 13.1, 13.2, 13.3, 13.4 because it was like a part of some like crossover event with Girl, Ghost Rider, and like other characters I forgot. Which I'm going to review that. It was called Circle 4. So it's like, it's Venom teaming up with Red Hulk and X-23 and Girl Ghost Rider, whoever that is. I don't fucking know. Which the Tony Moore art looks fucking cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna review that because like I was in the mood to read Venom, right? So yeah, so like we'll eventually read that stuff for the channel. Though if once we review the first 16 issues, I might just say fuck it and review like issues 18 through like 22, which 23 of the Venom series, Colin Bunn took over, and it was fucking terrible. But I have like the first I have up to like 40 of this Venom run. But like I'm probably gonna stop after the Colin Bunn starts because he's a good Deadpool writer. But like I don't know, man. Like his Venom shit was terrible that I canceled it after 40, and I only went up to 40 because the stupid the stupid comic book guy, which he's a nice guy, but like for his subscriptions you can't just cancel you have to buy the next 2 weeks of, like, you know, he has a policy where you have to buy the next 2 weeks of issues, which he never told me that. Why is it 2 weeks? Why, if it was one, okay, I get it. Why 2 weeks notice? That's fucking dumb, dude. And like, I remember like I canceled a bunch of books, bought the next 2 weeks worth of stuff, stopped going there for a while, and I come back and he's like, oh, I come back like months later or whatever, because I stopped reading comic books for a while, and I come back and he's like, he has this big stack of comic book issues for me to buy. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, they're books from your subscription that you forgot to pick up. It's like, I already picked up the issues after my cancellation, my subscription cancellation. What the fuck is this? But yeah, it was like fucking bullshit, dude. Yeah, that's why I stick to the trades, because you don't have to deal with that bullshit. But you know. Yeah, I don't know, but it's the thing where like single issues, you know, people collect single issues for the Sullivan game, which, you know, I'm not into that. I like to collect and keep my comics, but you know, if I have some rare ones, I'm definitely gonna show them off at some point, because, you know, people love looking at rare comics. Okay, which yeah, I found them, so I'm happy about that. Especially since one of them I pay like over $100. I pay like over $100 for. So I would like to know. I would like to show it off and see. Hey, did I overpay for this book? Which it was like Todd McFarlane. It was Amazing Spider-Man when like Todd McFarlane first started writing it. No, it's not writing it. First started doing the art for it, which came out in '87. I forget the name. I forget what number it was, but I'll show it to you guys. All right, guys, that's the end of the review.